luckily, he thought of his wife and he has the power of love on his side. Meets a plan when I watch JoJo's. In the realm of the shadows, the life of a shinobi isn't an easy one. From birth, he has witnessed his own parents get bodied by the village chief. Ever since that day, he was trained in the art of killing, blindly following orders. But like every man should, one day he found himself a woman to settle down with. However, as the days went on, he began to lose his touch. He found himself hesitating in times where he would never. Sadly, the village chief couldn't let that shit slide and decided to set him up and give him to the ops. This is the story of how Gabiamaru got that dog in him. Chapter 1, Execution. So this anime literally begins with this nigga about to get his head chopped off. And when watching this, you like, is bro just gonna sit there and let himself die? Well, the answer is no, because bro's neck is crazy.
Pause.
The executioner tried to cut off his head about 10 different times, and all I got him was a broken sword. Oh, hell no. And when that ain't work, they was like, I bet, let's burn this nigga. So they tied bro to a stake, right? And I guess they were feeling a little generous that day, because they was gonna stab him before lighting him on fire. But we all know how that's gonna go. He tried to stab him and the spear just broke. So they light his ass on fire, and he's just standing there, staring at them, menacingly. But look, in between each attempt to kill him, there will be this reporter who will come through and ask him a bunch of questions. And pretty much, I think he just wants to die, but his body just won't let him. But when the fire ain't work, they grabbed 2 bulls, tied him to his legs, and they were gonna split bro in half. Ain't gonna lie, bro. At this point, let him go. If burning the nigga didn't work, what is, bro? Like, he's invincible. So they put a fire on the back of the bull, let the bulls loose, and all bro had to do was flex his legs. He launched both bulls directly towards him. And then when that ain't work, they just try to blow him up, and he just walked it off. Like he ain't just combust, like he ain't just explode. He just walked it off. But now, after all of that, they have one more trick up their sleeve. So that same girl who was coming to his cell, that was writing a report on his life, her actual name is like Sagiri or something, right? And she turns out to be a master swordsman that was sent here to kill that nigga. And off rip, we can tell she different from the rest, because she goes,
"You wanted someone to kill you. I'm here to grant your wish."
Gabimaru immediately breaks out of his restraints, but Sagiri's on timing, bro. She flashed it behind him and strikes her sword. Luckily he dodged, but this is the first time we actually see Gabimaru get hurt. They try to cut off his head, they try to burn him alive, rip him in half, blow his ass up, but none of that left a single scratch. But getting merely grazed by her sword drew blood. I gotta give her respect. So she dashed in again, and Gabimaru jumped in the air, and that's when he realized, do I actually want to live? But why? So he grabs a sword, clashes with Sagiri, and she goes on and tells him that it's impossible to kill him because he's in love with his wife. He goes, "That's impossible! I'm Gabimaru the Hollow!" Sagiri pulls out a paper saying he will be pardoned from all crimes and will be under the Shogun's protection as long as he finds the elixir of life, which grants someone immortality. However though, it's said to be on a very dangerous island that not a soul returned from. Only things that returned was what their body became. And then Sagiri says something that put a spark in his soul again. She said that his wife is still waiting for him and that she still believes that he will one day come home. But right as she said that, both of them was surrounded. "Do you think I'm just gonna let that shit slide? I just have to put both y'all niggas in the dirt." And Gabimaru goes, "You wanna see some ninjutsu?" He sets his body on fire, and then the camera just pans over to him sitting on all the bodies. And bro, I haven't seen someone look this clean sitting since, I don't know, Madara, Sukuna, bro. Like, that's different, bro. Chapter 2 had everybody shook. So Right after he bodied everybody at the prison, Gabimaru was taken to the place where all the other criminals with the same offer is being held. So they're just telling us stuff you already know. They gotta go to island, find an elixir, blah, 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 whatever, right? But they ain't just gonna let a bunch of criminals go by themselves, right? They all will be assigned monitors to go with them. So guy on the stage goes, "Before we let y'all go, there's too many of y'all niggas." Yo, what you talking about? Huh? And they turn around and they see a motherfucker getting choked out. He had no chance. This random dude pulls up. He's like, what are you doing? That couldn't be what they're telling us to do." Then why aren't they stopping me? Oh no. So then that place turned into a war zone after that. Everybody just slaughtering each other. But then Gabimaru walks over to the stage and was like, you know, I don't really feel like killing anybody. Can we figure this out a different way? So the guy on the stage is like, "If you don't want to participate, then you get your ass out of my establishment right now." He tells another criminal if he kills Gabimaru, then he will be allowed to go to the island. So then he picks up a rock, throws it at him, and weave. "You're not supposed to dodge." And then Gabimaru tone switched. "You're dead." "Huh? You tried to kill me, so you're dead." "But I was just playing. I didn't mean to throw the rock at you." "Say goodbye." Bro, I kid you not, he went for everybody's throat, bro. He's like, "Hold up, I ain't done. Come here, nigga." He's like, "Don't run out, boom!"
"Come get you some crunchy, boy."
Just ran down on everyone who wanted smoke. I don't know why these niggas still running up on bro after we just saw him take a mean chunk out of somebody's neck. And he had everybody staring. He had everybody shook. That nigga different. So that's him. Chapter 3. I don't even know what to call this chapter, but we're just gonna call it He's Him. So, after traveling through the seas, they finally make it to the island. So, since this island is known for killing niggas, Gabimaru unrestrained himself so he wouldn't be held back, right? That's when Sagiri was like, "Oh hell no, you can't take off your binds. My job is to make sure you don't do no dumb shit." So they're sitting there arguing about the restraints. Then all of a sudden, poor little Gabimaru. Was that all you had? Now you're my little boyfriend.
Nigga, you gay.
This guy is one of them weird niggas who just get horny off of like weapons and stuff. So Gabimaru was like, "Fine, I guess I gotta kill you. Before you go, tie your hands, nigga." So bro got hit with about 5 different weapons. And that whole time, he was just tying his hands. He was paying no attention to the battle at all, bro. Right when he was done, he used bro's own weapon, sent him flying in the air. Then as they were falling down, he dodges the swords, kicks the spear right into that nigga's gut, bro. But of course, it wouldn't be that easy, right? Like, it can't be that easy. It's the first battle, it won't be that easy. "Nigga, is that the best you can do? Get serious." He got done so dirty that they didn't even want to animate it, bro. Like, he got done terrible. So the battle was over, right? It seems like everybody's on the same page. Everybody's having a good time, whatever, right? We're all on the same team. But I guess that nigga Gabimaru thought differently. And he comes through swinging the blade. "Why did you do that?" "I was trying to kill you quickly and painlessly, but you stopped me. Nothing personal, but you kind of holding me back. I gotta go get this elixir." So now they're boxing through the forest, right? So he dashed towards her and they clashed swords again. That's when Gabimaru remembers his old chief. And that's when his eyes went dull. He turned into a different person. Instantly breaking her sword, bro. He was like, "I'm gonna end this." Final attack. But luckily Sagiri picked up the sword sheath and she blocked the attack. "I don't care about the other ones, but I know killing you might hurt me a little. Can you just hurry up and die? Killing me is gonna hurt you. I thought you was heartless, Hollow." "Yeah, you're right." She is on the ground, bro, was over with a sword to her neck. He was like, "I feel nothing. I am Gabimaru, the Hollow. Since Sagiri's kind of like the second main character, right? We all knew she wasn't gonna die. Chapter 4, Demon Time. So right after Gabimaru and Sagiri made up, right, they were immediately confronted by some type of fish demon. Gabimaru ain't say a single word. All he did was put his mask up and was ready to box, bro. He was on timing, bro. So the fish broke his beads and said, Gabimaru weaves that shit and kicks a hole in his head, bro. The fish grabs his leg and then slams him into the ground. That ain't nothing for Gabimaru, bro. He kicks the fish arm away and it's completely fine. He's straight, bro. He's good, bro. But the thing is, right, Gabimaru got a soft spot for Sagiri. Thing is, he knew to leave, but thing is, he wouldn't leave her behind. It was too late. Eren already started rumbling. They were surrounded by titans. Gabimaru was tired of it, bro. That's enough thinking. Time to kill. Bro, he looks up and he's gone. Sticks his arm in its neck and lights on fire from the inside out. Then he jumps over to the next one and does the same thing. Bro, at this point, he's one-tapping everything in his path. Like, it's GG's, bro. His spider sense went off and he knew she was in trouble, bro. He went to like a whole different state of mind. Cause he ran down, kicked the Titan's arm off, and once he was in his arms, he was acting confused like he ain't know what just happened. And nigga was on autopilot, bro. He was different. Final chapter. Gabimaru, the Hollow. Now what we did learn throughout these episodes is that everything on the island, including the monsters, are all man-made. The people who are living here, who are in charge, are all known as the 7 Tensens. Now, so nightfall hits and Gabimaru decided to get up and search for the elixir by himself. While he was searching, he came across a red door that says, Home of the Gods. Now, as he was getting ready to knock on the door, he turns around and is the Tensen from earlier. And now they both dash to each other, exchanging blows without a single scratch on his body. Yo, my arm! Leaps into the air, hitting with a spinning bird kick. And then he broke her neck. But she immediately healed that junk. And then she went on offense, bro. The thing is, Gabimaru was him. He weaved every attack. Gabimaru found an opening. He went in. Bow! 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 He said, hold up, I ain't done. Need aesthetic blaze. And then burned her, bro. And Tensen rises from the ashes. And hit him with the meanest 2-piece combo, bro. The Tensen that was literally just a girl turned into a dude. And this is when they get to boxing for real. And the Tensen sends Gabimaru flying. Then he said, I need a souvenir. Took his arm with him. That ain't phase him. He just healed the jump back up and went right back on the fence. Tensen's putting out work, and now Gabimaru was stuck dodging. All he can do is play defense. But then he finds an opening and gets a clean hit on the stomach. Tensen wasn't gonna let that slide, bro. He gathered some type of, I don't know, some type of energy into his hands. And it was like, you annoy me. Die. Summoned a Sharingan and then started shooting air bombs at him, bro. The journey of Gabimaru looked like it was coming to a close, bro. Not gonna lie, he got healed about 25 different air bombs. That junk was not fair. But luckily, he thought of his wife and he has the power of love on his side. Who needs a plan when I watch JoJo's? Bro really just outperformed an immortal, a so-called god. He outperformed him with the power of love, bro. He got a jump straight from Fairy Tail, bro. But we all played this game before. We knew every main boss got a second phase, bro. It's not gonna be that easy. The Tensen's body started blooming and it just grew into like a bigger flower. Gabimaru was like, yo, you turned into a monster, bro. I handled monsters before. I fought you the same way I fought them.
Man, shut your...
He immediately got humbled. And then the Tensen grabbed Gabimaru. And this time for real, was like, oh, GG's, it's over with. He's dead, right? From the depths of his mind, you hear, Rule 20. When facing certain death, take them with you. You won't need to memorize that one, as I already taught it to you instinctively. For a second, it looked like he was about to make a comeback, I ain't gonna lie to you. But that was the last amount of fuel he had in the tank, bro. It was GG's after that. Unless he got another anime power boost, it was GG's. Luckily, the little girl from earlier pulled up, did barrier, and saved him. Now look, he didn't kill a Tensen, but he for sure put fear in his heart, bro. He's gonna remember this beating for the rest of his life. After that, they woke him in his random place. He immediately get approached by this guy, I think name is Tamiya, something like that, and his monitor, right? In the state Gabimaru was in, they probably end up killing each other. But then he made the executive decision. It was like, you know what, let's work together. Like, I ain't trying to die today. While they were talking, we learned that in order to kill a Tensen, they need to harness the power inside of them known as Tao. Mid-convo, they got ran up on again, but this time the monster was actually being controlled by like these higher ups known as, or call themselves Doshis, like the direct underling of the Tensen. Now Gabimaru and Tommy are, it's easy for them, they're already making light work of them easily. But the Doshi then noticed who the girl was, and then he joined the battle, and then easily just took her away. And then Doshi starts yapping about how they in dire need of her type of help. Gabimaru was like, yo, this is gonna cost me way too much time and energy. Do I really want to get involved in this joint? But like, I don't know. But then the moment he saw her face, she turned her head and she was crying. He said, nah, I got you, bro. And that's respect. I respect it. Now this is when it got kind of weird. This is when the Doshi started explaining that they train by getting intimate with each other, right? So they pretty much need her to get stronger, which is weird, bro. Technically, Mei is a Tensen, but she's considered inferior because she can't go from man to woman like everybody else can. She's strictly girl, only has yin ki, right? So the head Tensen, the top dog, right, put a scar on her body for a constant reminder of her place. Now if you didn't know, Gabimaru's wife, the village chief, marked her face and gave her a permanent scar. Then the Doshi saying that Mei is inferior because of the scar is like saying the same thing to his wife. Yo, Tamiya looks over to Gabimaru and you just see that man's spiritual pressure rising.
So she was marked? How can you talk about her like she's an object?
Now the two Doshis that was here went through their Pokemon evolution and turned into like a bigger, different version monster. The butterfly looking monster sends an army of butterflies, and when I tell you, Gabimaru literally did majestic destroyer flame. While they were fighting, the monitor was talking to Mei and figured out that in order to use Tao, you have to relax your mind, but it must be both strong and weak at the same time, right? He was like, I doubt this is the type of thing that you can learn in a fly, but like, just to let you know. But nah, I'm good. Nah, I pretty much got it. Then he starts walking towards the wall of flames, and Mei was like, whoa, you have so much Tao. Like, she was surprised at how much Tao this dude got. And he just learned it. And Gabimaru runs through the attacks he couldn't see before. He started weaving all them joints like it was nothing, but there was a punch at Gabimaru, and then all Gabimaru did was put his hand on his fist and his whole arm exploded. He starts doing parkour, jumping over all the broken centipedes that he just did. Huh? He hits the Doshi with a power kick, and he falls down. He was like, I think I'm finally on the same level as a Tensen now. Bro, he literally just learned how to use Tao and already thinks he can body a god, bro. But without that being said, man, this was the story of how Gabimaru got that dog in him. And I need a season 2 now.